Good evening, day 33 of my 100 days of meditation. I went to a conference today, and in the conference there was a discussion about videoing, and it said that we had 6 seconds whenever we did a video to make an impression upon someone. And our attention span back from like I think it was year 2000, was about 19 minutes in the year 2000. And today it's down to 6 seconds. So now we've got to about 1 minute. Probably most of you have switched off. And this is probably the most valuable part of the video, because I started this video tonight not knowing what I was going to say to you, and I'm just going to carry on doing that, not knowing what's going to happen, what's going to entail. I'm just going to speak from whatever comes out of me. And sometimes when we go through life, it's like we've got this feeling we've got to know everything. We've got to know the next step we're going to take. We've got to know the next goal we're going to achieve. We've got to know the next thing. And it's always like living one step in the future all the time. And if we don't know that next step, it's like we go into panic mode. And then we think, well, shall I do this, or shall I do that? Or shall I do this or the other? And that's when I found that when I've started to be in that state where I've started to sort of ask for outside help, and I've started to ask other people. And in doing that and asking other people, you're seeing life from their perspective. So it's not necessarily an answer that is individual to you. It's just their opinion from their perspective on how they've lived their life. So it's a little bit like trying to put the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle together, borrowing a piece of jigsaw from another person's jigsaw set. It's like you've got a missing piece that you're trying to search for, and you're trying to, somebody says, oh, here you go, here's a piece of mine, and then another person will say, you know, you can use a piece of my jigsaw. And it ends up, when you're trying to put the jigsaw together, and there's always missing pieces. The only missing piece to yourself is who you are. And even who you are isn't the answer, because you are more infinite than who you think you actually are. You are further reaching, further encompassing than what you could ever believe. Have you ever had something happen where you thought something was going to happen the way it was going to pan out, and it was much, much bigger than that? It had much further reach than you could have ever anticipated. I mean, today, while I was in Leeds, I was walking along, and this man passed me with a few bags over his shoulder and his hood up, and he had a dog with him. And he was saying to his dog, come on then, you know, let's go. And as he was talking to his dog was, I think it was a Staffy, and it was the most gorgeous dog ever, and it was white dog with brown spots on it. But what drew me the attention to him was the love that he had for this dog. Absolute undying love he had. He was very caring. And I was walking around and I thought, I didn't see that anywhere else. I didn't see that amongst other people that were passing me by. They were all either in their phones, looking down at the phones, or rushing around, or with their head down. Very few people communicating with anyone else. And so I decided to follow this man and his dog, not in a creepy kind of a way, but because I felt that I wanted to. I just felt the love just coming between them, and it was absolutely incredible. And it turned out that this was a homeless man. And when I pass homeless people, and the majority tend to be men, I always feel the need to stop and talk to them, to engage with them. And I just felt the love between this man and his dog, and he went and sat down. He had a blanket for the dog. He took the blanket out, put the blanket down first before he sorted himself out, and the dog very dutifully lay down, and he just, so much love that this dog had for his owner. And I found myself going up to them, and I asked if his dog liked toys, and he says, oh yes, you know, she likes squeaky toys best. And so I found myself telling him that, you know, I would bring him a squeaky toy, and asked him whereabouts he would be. And he gave me a general idea of where he would be. And so I will go back and give his dog a squeaky toy, because this man and his dog just filled my life with so much joy at that moment in time. And joy doesn't have to come from getting something from someone. It doesn't have to come from buying the latest dress, or getting the latest book, or the latest game, or that's not where true joy lives. True joy lives in just seeing the love that is around you. And love is all around. It can be in a homeless person's heart, in a dog. It can be up in nature. It can be up in the stars and the skies and the sunshine, in the warmth of the sun. Love is everywhere. It just takes a second just to notice. So today's video, day 33, is love is all around you. See you tomorrow.